But tonight, we've got a preseason matchup as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on our home team. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
looking to throw, Prescott. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To throw is Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That's good for our Cowboys. First down.
Play action now, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down, Cowboys.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Second and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second.
Now Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now Prescott. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Has gone for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, what's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Here's Fields. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Now Fields going to run. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. Tonight. Come to me, it's me. Go.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here we go. We're good. Green knife. Right.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete.
Tommy Townsend.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, injury's never good.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. They got his man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards.
Cowboys first down. A gain of 43 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still, nice to know that he's still got it.
We'll go right back to Lamb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 17.
Prescott to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
And again, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
For the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now and get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running right, here's Achane. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
That's another 1st down.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Six nothing our score after one. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
A first throw for the backup Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down. A gain of 9 yards.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
How about that? Well, the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
It's on 2nd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Now back to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Now comes the Cowboys punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's taken at around the 40. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Wilson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now the first carry here for the running back.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
32-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
To throw is Wilson. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Given 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And out now come the Cowboys.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now a play fake here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Second and 4. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
13 yards. And the Cowboys first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
But now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. And he will go down. The Cowboys sack. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. On third down, here's Benson.
Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
They're going to look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard
Now
line.
on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Throw out wide is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So halftime now here on Sunday night prime time. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener.
And they were wrangling down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's gonna be knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's Wilson. Left side, he's got Robinson.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. Shoves him aside. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
2nd down and 3.
At the 15-yard line. A 7-yard
Now it's Wilson.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
At the 15-yard line.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Number 86.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
On the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
30-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
A gain of 14.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense on that go-around. The offense won the challenge. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And a loose football.
A gain of 4 yards. Recovered by the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
For the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12 to 3.
So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you express yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you said, your defense is only giving up 3 points. Makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Wilson. A quick hitter complete. It's Andrews. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And a first down.
There's Wilson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Throwing again here, Wilson. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 35.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
It's
They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, Wilson. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Now Wilson.
Second and 8.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Now they try the right side here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a handoff running for the middle. And he stopped immediately there. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 15 yards.
And the Cowboys have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. Well, we lasted all the way to the 4th quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
A quick throw out line caught by Robinson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
To throw is Wilson.
Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Brought down back at the 32.
Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
Here's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Wilson's pass.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
9. It's 4th down.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
They run the option on 2nd down.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
Wilson on the keeper. He was taken down behind the line of
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back. Throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, just was unsuccessful.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 15. 1:38 to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. That ball caught by his rookie wideout.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now he'll spike it here with 20 seconds to go on the clock.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
45-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
One last shot for Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.